10 years ago, when I played this game for the channel, I thought I knew what I was doing. I just thought if I plowed through this game with a couple of pieces sprinkled here and there, making my voice heard to stand out from the crowd, that it would be enough. It was definitely not enough, and frankly, those videos were awful. So, I want to make up for that some way, somehow. I'm not going to say I'm sorry, because those mistakes were long since made. There's no point in crying over spilt milk. I've matured since then. I want to really show, like what I did with the past couple playthroughs, what this game means to me, how I feel about it, how some opinions on it may have changed from the old videos. And overall, I just want to have some fun. At the end of the day, that's all we're here for. And it's at a point now in my life where I really need to focus on that. On where I stand, what I am and what I mean, and just this is why I need to write a script. Anyways, here we are again. I ask everyone here and now to join me as we reawaken the dawn. Fire Emblem, Radiant Dawn. I love this game to pieces. So, let's talk a little bit about it. It's a direct sequel to Path of Radiance, which I already played a couple years ago. Following another old attempt to play that game, wasn't happy with it, but finished the playthrough of it many years later, and I'm okay with it. That being said, this game being the sequel that it is, comes with its own strengths and weaknesses, and there are a lot of strengths and weaknesses to it. The first things first. When you connect your memory card from the Gamecube to this game, you'll get some little bonuses. The first is this support library. Regardless of how much or how little you did on it, you'll get the conversations that you viewed on that. You can read them again anytime. It's nice. This is before, before any like major databases on the internet were formed. I'm not going to show the rest of the extras menu because that's slight spoilers here and there. Also, when you start a new game, you have the option to load clear data from Path of Radiance onto it. If you're playing an early copy of the North American version of this game like I am, be very careful, because there's a bug with this game that, where if you try to load clear data from the Gamecube that has easy mode data on it, Radiant Dawn will actually freeze. So, to circumvent that, erase any easy mode data and only upload data from normal and hard mode. There's not much to really say about it here, other than whatever bonuses that, you'll get little bonuses in the main game too. I'll go over that in more detail later. I'm not going to do this because, well, frankly, the amount I would have gotten on here is pretty minimal. And, in fact, you know what? See all these extra save files I have? My practice run, all the extra playthroughs I did before it. Let's get rid of that. If I want to restart this game and give it justice proper, I'm going to do it with a clean slate. This is going to be a fresh new experience for me, for everybody, and it's going to be a jolly old time. No clear data, hard mode, which, by the way, is locked when you boot up this game for the first time. You have to play through normal mode first to unlock it, beginning to end. Now let's start the show. Part 1, Silver-Haired Maiden. Prologue, Under Gray Skies.
Find anything? Not yet, sir. No. Someone's gotta be here. Keep looking. Sir. We're wasting our time. There's no one here. I know I heard something.
Hush, please don't cry. If they hear you, they'll give us away.
Who's there? Is it the Dawn Brigade? No, it was just a bird. Thought we didn't see you? Look, silver hair. If it's the fortune teller, we'll be heroes. Without her, the Dawn Brigade is nothing. Oh, the general's going to love this. Sir. Listen up, class. If you don't want to get hurt, don't struggle. Go along.
Well now, that's one way to start an adventure. A familiar face and everything. Now this game is set 3 years after the previous one, so if you want to know where exactly we are and what we're doing, I suggest you go back and watch those videos before you continue here. But if you play these games, you know what to do. Or what to expect, rather. Something must have happened to him. Don't worry, he'll be here. Hey, I have an idea. Micaiah, why don't you use your farsight to see when Leonardo will arrive? Edward, you know that's not how it works. I foresee some things, but I don't get to choose what I see. I was just teasing. Still, Leonardo's never this late. Something must have... Help! Someone please help us! Bandits! Bandits are attacking the town! Run away! Who knows what the brutes will do if they catch you? Where's the Imperial Occupation Army? This time. How can they keep the peace when they're nowhere to be found? Who? The Daein soldiers? Ha! They don't care a lick about us. We lost the war, they won. We're nothing to them. They're only interested in chasing down the Dawn Brigade. They let the real scoundrels run wild and brutalize us. They're worse than useless. We'll be glad to help you. Just find some place to hide and leave those bandits to us. And don't worry about us. We happen to be the members of that same Dawn Brigade that the Daein troops are so interested in. What? Really? You guys are in the Dawn Brigade? Wow, my friends and I are talking about you all the time. You? But you're just children. Oh, how Daein has fallen. Children, forced to fight and steal for the good of the poor. But we can't fight the rogues, so we'll take you up on your offer. Please be careful. They'll slice clean through you if you can. Don't tell me twice. Listen up, you louts. This town is nothing but idiot kids and drooling graybeards. Steal everything you can. Eunuch, it's dangerous here. Go find someplace safe for now. And off she goes. Now, the way you start this game will differ greatly depending on what difficulty you're playing on. And not to mention what region you're playing on. That's right. What I'm playing right here is the international version. If you have the original Japanese, then you'll notice some other differences clear out the gate. But more on that later. Bonus XP display is only available when you finish the game at least one time, regardless of difficulty. Same thing with animations being turned to off as opposed to map. It makes the game go a lot faster. So, Fire Emblem is a tactical RPG, for those that are unaware. You play on a grid, like so. Direct your units from one point to the next, attack enemies that are in your way, and claim victory under various conditions. The units you control all come in a variety of classes and, well, have their own unique abilities. First is Micaiah. She's a light mage, coming with this skill right here, Sacrifice. It allows her to use her own HP to heal an ally's HP, and remove any negative status effects. It's pretty handy. The user interface has also changed quite a bit from the previous game. In fact, it's my personal speculation that this, well, it may have already been mentioned elsewhere, but this game apparently was designed for was originally being developed for the Gamecube, but was ported to the Wii at the last minute. So, because of this, I chose to play this in 4x3 as opposed to 16x9 because this is one of those games where it takes advantage of the widescreen technology in some ways, not every way. Like on the map here, it's pretty. On the map and during battle, it's really good, but any other time, it's awful. Like it just borders on the left and right sides of the screen. Not very good. Anyway, Micaiah here is a light mage. She uses light magic, which is not especially powerful, but it's accurate. And Micaiah herself has lots of HP and resistance to go around. She'll gain lots of luck through her level ups. And that's another topic I want to come up that I want to bring up is character viability. I mentioned in Path of Radiance it wasn't a big deal there because everyone in that game is pretty good. This game, because of having a larger cast comprising of new and returning characters, viability is a big, big topic. Oh, yes. In fact, it's to the point where people have their own tier lists for the game. I myself have one as well. I'm not going to share it right now because that's not why I'm here. But, you know, I'll go over the stats again real quick for those that are unaware, or if you just haven't played in a long time, whatever. You have your level, the amount of XP you have, you level up when you gain 100 points, and when you level up, your stats go up. These stats raise on percentile chances depending on the character, as I mentioned before. HP is your current stamina. The more you have, the more you can hold out, and if you lose your HP, you die. Well, that doesn't really matter in the early portion of this game, because if any player unit is defeated, you automatically lose. Later on, though, if a main character is defeated, it's game over, but if a minor character, like Edward here, is defeated, the game continues. So, if you don't want your favorite characters to die, guide them carefully. Strength is your physical damage, magic is for magic damage. Strength also affects your ability to wield weapons, which you can see here, a lot of the totals and such are laid out for you on the screen, which is awesome. So Micaiah doesn't get an attack speed penalty, with her light tome being as light as it is. Keep that in mind for later. Skill is your accuracy, speed is your agility. Luck affects all sorts of things, but the main thing is that the more luck you have, the more likely you are to evade enemy critical hits. Defense is physical defense, resistance is magic defense. You have your weight and such over here, your movement, your map affinity if you have one, which is also displayed in the top corner there. If you're playing on, well, yeah, I can go over that real quick. If you're playing on normal mode, or easy mode rather, either one, you'll get map affinity bonuses. Hard mode disables that. And hard mode changes a lot of other things too, but I'll go over that as I play. Weapon levels are here. You can also see the amount of weapon XP you gain for each rank, which is cool. Very nice addition. Your support info is laid out here as well. Your biorhythm, which plays a much bigger role in this game. In fact, there are more varieties to go to affect the flow of battle. Your affiliation. If that affiliate has a commander, their authority stars will apply. If they have any, of course. But enough of that. Let's get the show on the road. Pretty girl like you fetch a pretty penny for me. Now, baby, good girl, come to Papa. What did you say? That better not be an insult, you. The flow of battle is, well, more or less the same as it was in the previous game. Move, attack, pick your weapons, and let them have it. It'll display your HP, their HP, the amount of damage you both deal, your hit rate, and the likelihood of a critical hit. Since I'm playing on hard mode, the amount of XP I gain from battle is going to be reduced. But that won't deter me. No, sir. The safety strategy is to soften up the enemies with one character and finish them off with the other. The objective for this mission is pretty simple. Defeat all the enemies. And depending on the terrain that you're deployed in, you can use little gaps like this one to attack from one side of the field to the other. Take advantage of that if you can. Other caveats with hard mode is that the weapon triangle. Well, you can't see it on this screen, but you know the little system that determines weapon proficiency, weapon strengths and advantages and such. Well, I guess proficiency would be the same as weapon XP. But basically, swords are strong against axes, axes are strong against lances, lances are strong against swords. Well, normally that is. On hard mode, that's disabled, so you're relying on brute strength alone. Micaiah. Leonardo, how did you find us? The little bird told me. Yours, in fact. What were you two thinking taking on these bandits alone? That's beyond reckless. I'm sorry, Leonardo. We couldn't just leave the helpless villagers to these monsters. Please, help us to fight them. Move you closer. Also, with hard mode, normally when you check an enemy with the cursor, it'll display their movement range. Like this. Hard mode disables that, so you have to count them off yourself. Fortunately, if you play this game as many times as I have, it comes down to memorization. What each class can do, what their capabilities are, how far they can move, how they're affected by terrain, that kind of thing. You know, numbers and stuff. Bandits only have 5 movement, so, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then count 1 more space for their attack range. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Is it inconvenient? Yes, absolutely, but no matter the manner of man, the goddess judges with an even hand. If you're playing this game for the very first time, I highly recommend you play easy mode first, just to get a feel for it, you know. Find your favorite characters, figure out how the mechanics work, that kind of thing. Then, once you warmed up to it, play normal mode. Ooh! Sanpakto! Ichimonjiki! Critical hits are still satisfying as ever. Attack ranges also differ depending on the class your characters are. Archers, like Leonardo here, can only attack from 2 spaces away. Merms and fighters, like Edward, can attack from only 1 range, but they generally have better movement anyways. And then mages, like Micaiah, can attack from 1 or 2 spaces. Boom! The boss will move if you get close to him, so watch out. If you're playing on easy mode, he does not move. I guess I should go over different items too. Herbs are the basic healing item in this game. They have 10 uses and they restore 10 HP when you consume one. If that's the case, what about vulneraries? I thought those were the basic healing item. Well, they received a nice upgrade in this game. They have 8 uses, as opposed to the normal 3. And they restore 20 HP when you consume one, so yeah, really nice. Okay. Let's back up just a little bit. Something else to note is that on lower difficulties you'll have a guide option. It's a basic tutorial for this game, and I recommend you look through that as well if it's your first time playing. You'll unlock more pages as you progress through the game, of course. Something else is that there will be an option called Battle Save, which is like a save state. You can save the game at any time and reset the console to go back to that turn if you need a little extra help, or if you just don't have enough time to finish the chapter. There's our first level up. What do we get? HP, skill, luck, defense. I would really like some strength, but, you know, little by little. Cool. Let's draw a sacrifice real quick. Using it will earn you 10 XP. Use that however you like. Magic skill, speed, luck, resistance. Excellent start. Micaiah wants that speed. Now, this is really embarrassing since we're pretty much at the end of the chapter here, but my camera's about to die. So, I'm gonna use the substitute for battle saves, which is suspend, and see you guys back here in just a little bit.